Part 2 of growing up in an emotionally unavailable home. And yes, I have my iPad because I am a rambler and I need to stay on track. Part of me wants to not blame my parents for raising kids while obviously they were not healed from any trauma that they had been through in life. Partly because, I think this way because I always see videos online of like, be kind to your mom, it's her first time doing life. And yes, I do agree and I do feel that. And as a mom myself, I want my kids to be able to hold space for me as I'm also figuring out life every single day of life. But another part of me wants to be like, my parents were in their late 20s by the time they got married and had children. They had time to go to therapy. But I guess therapy wasn't really a big thing back then. And my grandparents, my parents' parents, had grown up in the Great Depression time. And so I can't imagine what kind of trauma my grandparents brought into adulthood and passed on to my parents, their children. So I'm trying to hold space for all of that, but I'm also kind of like, my parents are in their 70s and they have been to therapy and they still haven't really changed. And currently, I do love my parents, and I would love, even to this day, I'm 42 years old, I would love to have a close relationship with my parents, especially my mom. But she doesn't ever try to reach out and have a relationship with me like that. There's no weekly, daily, monthly phone calls. We talk a couple times a year. My parents do come to visit. I do think my parents care about me and they love me, but I just don't think that they've ever really taken the time to really get to know me as an adult. And though they go to therapy, I don't think that they are, one, honest with their therapist, and two, I don't believe that they take in any advice and try to apply that advice that their therapist gives them, or they have a terrible therapist. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to do part 3 because I'm just rambling in this video and I need to get back to my list of reasons that are a byproduct of growing up in an emotionally unavailable home. So I'll see you in part 3, I guess.